going to have my general evaluation. There's no one mission that can be accomplished by one person. So just like Iris mentioned, if I want to walk fast, I walk alone. If I want to go far, I walk with a lot of friends. So that's the reason why when we are going on a mission, we need a lot of people. So today, before the meeting, we see VPE, Sonia prepared a lot, asking people on doing the positions. And I remember Sonia. Not if Sonia sent a message in the chat box saying, please come as a superhero, I wouldn't wear like this. I was like, oh yeah, I should do this. So these are all part of the preparation. And like Karen and Kevin, setting up all the equipment, these are all the preparation before the meeting. But something I'd like to mention about before the mission is that we usually assign the speeches on the order. And I know Maggie usually comes late, so she will be put in the last. But like Iris is doing her level 1 to 1, she should be the first. And she was here like before the meeting, so Iris should be the first speaker today. So things like that should be rearranged so that newcomers or guests, they will know that it's not random order, but it's some minor thing. And TME, our TME Liz today, this is her first time being a TME. Do you think she did a great job? Yeah, let's give her a round of applause. First of all, it's the tradition that the TME, Toastmaster of the Evening, will introduce Toastmasters to guests. And I think Liz did very well because we all heard the same thing, like all Toastmasters started at 1924, things like that. I love the fun fact very much. So you bring something new for old members or who already know the history of Toastmasters. We still get something from that part. And I think it's very good cooperation with Sonia because when we have, sometimes we don't always have bilingual Toastmasters of the evening. And usually they would just give up the other part. So I think what Liz did is pretty good, and we can see how she did on her preparation. Then, language evaluator. I think Jalo picked a very good word of day because we heard Howard, Che, William, Victoria, Kwon, and Lester using the word impact today. And I think Jalo really gave us an impactful language evaluation. I like how Iris kindly gave the considerate reminder of how guests please don't speak under the projector and the speaker. So that's very considerate because I think if I'm a guest and I'm shy, it really already takes a lot of courage for me to stand up to introduce myself. And if the mic goes crazy, I will freak out. Yeah. And so talking about mic, I have some extra thing to add. So when you test the mic, you just speak. If there's no sound, you know it's not working. You don't have to tap on the mic. It hurts the mic. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's very important. And I think it's William's first time being a table topics master, right? He also did a very good job, right? Yeah, let's give him a round of applause. Like the questions William picked really fit the theme today, and it's a really interesting, and the questions he came up with were dynamic. So I think it's really good. And I wonder if he has a 6th question, what it would be. And so before his session, he gave clear explanation on why do we need table topics and the time schedule, the time rule. It's very clear for guests and newcomers. I especially like his first question because it's from Michael Sandel's Justice class at Harvard. So it's a pretty classic example, but the origin is even somebody like a professor did research on that, on how people think about justice. And I think that's the evaluation I have for today. generally, I think this meeting today is very good. So I'm going to say mission accomplished. I'm looking forward to our next cooperation.